what's up? You know that there are Jamaicans that when they talk, you can't understand them? Because, yeah, they're speaking English, but they're speaking in a dialect that's like super deep, countryside. Uh, yeah, I experience some of those all the time, and I don't understand anything that they're saying. However, today is titled Google My Name. Google Kadeem Leslie, because that's what I want you to do. I want you to Google who I am. So you can stop this video right here. Go ahead, Google who I am. My name is Kadeem Leslie, Kadeemleslie. Google that name. Now look me up, find out who I am, get to know me. But in the meantime, right, there's piano. I'm gonna be here. We're gonna be talking about some stuff that are very important. You can come chat with me. I want you to Google my name. I'm gonna be here for maybe an hour or so. I can get to know you guys. I'm gonna bet that the live is gonna cut out at some point, but don't worry, I will load it right back up if it does that. So I just wanted to give you guys an update. So for one, if you don't know, my third book is coming out, and it's coming out in March, 3 months from now, and it's gonna be crazy. But yesterday, I had my first article. Let me see. What's up? Who's here? Oh dear. Goddamn. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Yesterday, I had my first article. So I was in the newspaper yesterday. That was really cool. And so, looking at that, I think, wow, my mom would be so proud of me. She never got to see me play the cello. She never got to see me do a lot of things, but I made it into newspaper not once, but I've made it into newspaper 3 times in the last decade. The first one was about I was a cellist. The second one was my academics, and now this third life that I'm on is I'm traveling the world and I'm financially free and I'm just doing my thing. And then my fourth life is going to be comedy. But you can see how I end each life doing the next thing, right? It's very cool, very cool. That transition to the next thing is very cool. So my first article came out in the newspaper when I was 17. The next one came out in 2017. The next one came out in 2021. And now 2026, I'm in the paper again, So that's very cool. It's very cool. I have a couple of podcast interviews this weekend. I have a couple of podcast interviews. I have radio interviews. I have TV interviews coming up in the next, 2 months to promote the book. And so, it's quite a lot that's about to happen. It's going to be a 2-month rush. Well, anyway, where are you watching from? Come on in, tell me where you're watching from. That's enough about me. I'm here to talk about you guys. Tell me where you're watching from. I'm here to interact with you guys today. It's Friday. It's a great day. I want to know where you guys are watching from. I want to get to know you people. So today's going to be a chatting day. So I'm going to put in the chat, everybody's going to be talking today because I'm here for you guys. I'm here for an hour just to get to know you guys. That's my plan. Let me make sure I'm muted. So let me make sure my notifications are muted. Because I'm here to get to know you guys today. I want to know where you guys are from. Somebody asked me, do I have a walking stick the other day? I don't. I don't have a walking stick. Somebody asked me this in person. Because they saw my life. It's like, no, I'm perfectly fine. I walk perfectly fine. It's just, I have this. As I said, people watch this from all over the world. People watch from, Hungary. People watch from Australia. People watch from Austria. People watch from England. People watch from Czech Republic. People watch from Suriname. People watch from Guyana. So then, If you're coming in, tell me where you're watching from. You have to put where you're watching from because I like to see 193 countries. Where are you watching from? Put it in the chat. If you're watching from certain and bonus points, by the way, if you come in and you tell me a country that hasn't been here before. So come on in, tell me where you're watching from. We're here. We're gonna get this party started, you know what I'm saying? Get this party started. Get this party started. Get this party started, right? Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. Let's see if I can put on some music. Dun, 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 dun. I'm loving it. Alright, this live is about to go crazy. Bananas. You remember that song? Do you guys remember that song? By Rebecca Black? It's Friday. You remember how bad that song was? You guys maybe not remember this, but the song by Rebecca Black, It's Friday, was so bad that she received death threats. Well, now, I'm not laughing at the death threats, but imagine putting on something so bad in terms of music that people actually hate you. That must have been a wild experience. But I don't condone death threats, so, you know, or any of that. I think that's pretty wild to do. But tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. You have to tell me where you're watching from. Don't just come in and be silent. I'm finding music right now. Come in, tell me where you're watching from. Don't just be silent. Where are you watching from? We have people in here from all type of countries. A couple of days ago, we had someone from Kyrgyzstan. That was a first. So if you come in and tell me a country that I haven't heard about before, bonus points to you. You tell me a country that hasn't been here before, bonus points to you. Tell me where you're watching from while I pull up this music. Quit playing, quit playing. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Alright, I found the music. Tell me where you're watching from. Put it in the chat, put it in the chat, put it in the chat. We're here for an hour, we're going to be vibing. So I'm loading up the music. Tell me where you're watching from. Ugh. Okay, there we go. Tell me where you're watching from. Which country are you watching from right now? That's what I want you to do. Tell me which country you're watching from right now. Are you watching from the USA? Are you watching from Sri Lanka? Tell me where you're watching from. All right, here we go, here we go. We got the music up, we got the music up, guys. All right, boom, boom, boom. If you work out, I'm working out today. All right, there we go. This might have ads, so I don't know. I don't have ads on my account, but this is mine. Okay, how's that? All right. We got a vibe going. We got a vibe going. Tell me where you guys are watching from. That's the question. I'm also answering questions. Now listen, I've traveled all over the world. I speak 3 languages, and you guys are more quiet than any other people I've met in all of these 3 languages. So tell me where you guys are watching from. If you're watching from Argentina, tell me, because I miss Argentina very much. What's up? What's up? Hey, how you doing? I need to put on my glasses. All About Menace. What's up? Shout out to you, All About Menace. Do you like the vibe? I don't think I've used the music before in these lives, or maybe very rarely. But at the beginning of 2025, I was live every single day for 4 months. You remember that? Man, that was crazy. But now I'm going to go live every single day until I leave here in March. So, what's up? What's the live about? The live today, we're vibing. I'm getting to know you guys actually. So I don't have an agenda. I don't have an agenda today. I'm just getting to know the community, getting to know what's up, talking with you guys. Honestly, I'm here for the next hour, just talking with you. Sometimes that's what it is. The live is about community. It's about family. Like Don Toretto. It's about family. I'm a sub. Hold on. Thank you, dude. All about Menace. #1 fan right there. I appreciate you. Come and tell me where you're watching from. We're just holding a vibe. Listen, one of my favorite parts about YouTube is that I make friends with you guys from all over the world. And so that's pretty cool to me. I remember someone was working on a car last year. Somebody started a business, left, didn't go on YouTube live for 5 weeks, came back, said the business was up and running. That was so cool. It's like that kind of thing. I've never met this person, but I know them through YouTube. So then, sometimes we come out here and we build a community and we talk to each other and tell me what you're working on. Tell me something exciting that's going on in your life. Am I okay? Yes. Oh, this is my grandfather's walking stick. I'm fine. This is not mine. So yeah, it's a nice, I like to hold the two of them. It's not mine, but I appreciate your concern. I appreciate that. I'm from America. Where in America? Let's talk about free Maduro. Venezuela want that president back. That's very interesting. I'm willing to talk about it. I think it's not as simple as people make it seem. Some people in Venezuela are celebrating that Maduro got captured. Some people are very angry. I think the majority of people are happy that Maduro got captured. That's what I think. I don't have an opinion on this. I'm just telling you that that's what I think. Let me tell you what I saw in South America. I was there for 3 years, and I'm going to be traveling to Africa and Asia for 5 years next. What I saw was people from Venezuela have fled their country, and they're all over other countries in South America. So they're in Brazil, they're in Argentina, they're in Suriname, they're in Guyana, men and women and children. Those people are displaced because of Maduro doing a bad job in that country. And so, would those people be happy that Maduro got captured? Probably. You see what I'm saying? So, it's... I think I gotta sit this one out because I'm not Venezuelan. Killed a few months ago. Do you think Jesus created alcohol? But, yo, that's a crazy question. Do I think Jesus created alcohol? Well, wine was created. Wine is from grapes, and wine is just old grapes, pretty much. The concept of alcohol, yeah, it's pretty natural, I think. Now, if you do too much of it, too much of anything will kill you. So don't do that. But yeah. How old are you? I'm 27. How old are you? I'm 27. Do you think... wait, what? Do you think Charlie Kirk is a bad or a good thing? I'm reading. Sorry. I'm reading. Because I want to make sure I'm answering everybody. You're from Texas. I love Texas, dude. I love Texas. How old are you? I'm 27. I love Texas. My friend that's from Texas. I love Texas. A lot. Let me tell you. Houston. Where else in Texas? What's the next one? Damn, it's slipping my mind right now. But anyway, Texas is like 4 hours and 5 hours away from Texas. You can drive for an hour in Houston alone and still be in Houston, or 2 hours. It's crazy. Houston is big. Texas is bigger than most European countries. People don't respect how big Texas is. It's really big, right? So then, Boom. All right, here we go. Here we go. All right, add Q&A sticker. That's a good Q&A. Would you go to the movies alone? I think that says the type of person that you are. Whether you go to the movies alone or not. Would you go to the movies alone? I don't know. Answer the Q&A. Let's get this discussion started. Would you go to the movies alone? I don't know. I'm going to the gym after this. You see that? You see that right there? Boom. I got the... Would you go to the movies alone? That's the question. Would you go to the movies alone? Yes or no? And also, tell me where you're watching from. We had people in here earlier on this live from Egypt, from the USA. Someone was in here from Texas. Tell me where you're watching from. And would you go to the movies alone? Yes or no? Put yes or no in the chat. Would you go to the movies alone? Yes or no? I feel like going to the movies alone depends on so many things, right? You know, because and that can mean that you're like really confident in yourself, which is cool. Could also mean that you're pretty lonely. I don't want to be lonely. I don't think anybody wants to be lonely. Would you go to the movies alone? Put yes or no in the chat. Would you go to the movies alone? Do you like my music, by the way? This is something new I'm trying, the music. I haven't tried the music before. Would you go to the movies alone? Yes or no? This chat was really live earlier. You guys have to compete with the chat that was here earlier. They were very active. But you guys can't come in and be boring now. The chat before you was very active. The chat before you guys, they were active, man. They were live. So don't come in and be boring. And also, tell me what you think of my music. The music is something new I'm trying. Would you go to the movies alone? That's the question. Right there. Would you go to the movies alone? I think that depends on a lot of things, you know? I'm from question about Jamaica. Ask me any question about Jamaica and I will answer. I'm getting to know you guys today, so that's why I'm live. Or you guys can get to know me, either way. No topic today, no long chat, but I am live. So, ask me any topic, any question, because I'm from Jamaica, so I'll answer your question. I'm from Jamaica. Ask me a question about Jamaica and I'll answer. What's up, bro? You're back. Is that just you at home right now? No, my daddy's upstairs. My daddy's upstairs. This is his father's cane. Welcome back, by the way. My daddy's upstairs. I'm staying with my dad. This is his house. Oh my God. Ask me a question about Jamaica and I'll answer. Have you ever been to Jamaica? If you've never been to Jamaica, Jamaica is a place that you should go. I heard marijuana is legal in Jamaica. Well, it's decriminalized. So it's legal, a very small portion though. Very small. You can't carry a lot. But yes, a lot of people smoke in Jamaica. What else have you heard about Jamaica? You know where it smokes a lot? Amsterdam. God damn. People in Amsterdam smoke a lot. But have you ever been to Jamaica? Jamaica is a fun place, man. Jamaica is a fun place. A lot of people these days vape a lot too. No, never been to Jamaica. Okay. Honestly, yo, vaping is bad for you, man. Yo, do you vape? If you vape, I want to know why you vape and what's vaping like. Because in my opinion, vaping is much worse than smoking. Because it's so institutionalized, but it's still addictive. And people don't know what's in their vape. There are chemicals in there. Nothing in vape is natural, right? At least cigarettes don't taste good. Like, it's gross. But vaping, it's all of the same chemicals pretty much. And then you put a nice flavor so then you can smoke more. There's no smoke, but the chemicals are still there. It's pretty bad. You don't smoke or vape. That's good. Alcohol is worse than weed by far. But I'd rather someone occasionally drink alcohol than smoke weed like a couple times a week. That's bad for you. And if you're gonna, whatever you do, smoke. I smell smoke. Whatever you do, smoke, drink, vape, just don't do it like every day, all day. Like do things in small portions. If you're drinking every day, you are an alcoholic. You're an alcoholic if you're drinking every day, so don't do that. If you're smoking weed every single day, you're addicted, bro. If you're vaping every single day, you're addicted. Stop. It's a problem. But you don't, Menace, so that's great. Let me see. Drinking is okay during parties. That's the only time I drink. Well, I wouldn't say drinking is okay, but it's socially acceptable to drink during parties. And let me tell you, uh, I don't, I don't think that is a bad thing, right? Because like if it's not, you're not getting blacked out drunk, but sometimes drinking does allow you to be less socially awkward. And in a social setting, that can be quite beneficial. In moderation, right? I'm not saying lose control of yourself, but like having wine and being able to talk freely and a lot of romantic situations, again, controlled, but there is a sense of being able to be yourself more freely and then having that romantic connection come out of that. That was normal 100 years ago, 50 years ago, also normal. Again, I'm not talking about taking advantage of the situation, but two people talking and having a drink together and then getting to know each other for the first time, yeah, sometimes alcohol helps that. And we lose that as a society if we just ban it or, we don't have that dynamic happening. I think we lost that art. Have you ever been to Scotland? Never been to Scotland. I think someone asked me that earlier. Have you ever been to Jamaica? Answer me that. I point the walking stick at you. Have you ever been to Jamaica? Who is that? Max Brown? Have you ever been to Jamaica, Max Brown? Oh, okay, hold on. Drinking can cause people to... No, but it seems not. Oh, bro, it's lovely. Okay, hold on. Let me read what Menace said. Drinking can cause people to vomit. Yeah, that's pretty gross. Yeah, don't if you drink excessively, that can happen. What he's saying is that If you drink too much, you can obviously throw up a lot, and you can also have to go to the hospital to get your stomach pumped. Yeah, don't do that. You know, um, one, if depending on your alcohol level, one drink is fine. You don't really need more than two drinks, right? So then, one glass of wine or two drinks, that's fine. And then if you're out, I'll give you this. If you're out, because I travel often, you have to remember that you have to protect yourself. So then always hold your cup when you're out in the club. Always hold your cups like this. Never hold your cups like this and just talking to people, because people put things in your drink. Always hold your cup like this when you're at the club. And then when you get your cup from the bartender, watch them pour your drink. Don't turn and talk to a friend, because you don't know who the bartender is. Watch them pour your drink, watch what they put inside, and then when you get your drink, hold it like this. And if you have to go to the bathroom or something, you abandon that drink. You don't pick it up and leave it on the counter and then pick it up again. Don't do that. Always like this. If you're leaving it on the table, you put something over your drink, a napkin. You have to protect yourself. So then always have that in mind. Cool. Are you in Jamaica right now? Yes, I'm in Jamaica right now. I'm in Jamaica right now. Right now. And Jamaica is very nice. It's very cool during the Christmas time, so it's not hot. The low is, I think, 70, 68 degrees, 65 degrees sometimes, and the high is 80. Perfect weather. It's fantastic. During the summertime, it's kind of hot. It's very hot. Oh my God. Right now, it's perfect. By the time it gets hot again, I'll be traveling. I'm actually traveling to South Africa. How's things after the hurricane? Was it really bad? It was really bad. Thank you for asking about that. That's cool. It's cool that you know that. Where are you from? Who is that? Max Brown? Where are you from? Are you from Scotland? That's pretty cool. The west side of the island still has some trouble. Some of them are without power. Some of them lost their homes, so they're having to rebuild. I'm on the right side of the island. The east side. So on the west side, like Westmoreland had it really bad, but I'm on the east side, so I'm in Kingston. So I experience a lot less. The people here experience a lot less. So people are back to work. Traffic is normal. All the buildings here are okay. On the west side of the island, yeah, that was really bad. So I think that should give you an idea. If you think that they've recovered, they have not completely, and it may take some months before some of them do. So they do need help. What's the most dangerous region of Jamaica? That depends. There are a few. Spanish Town is known to be a bit rough. That was the first capital of Jamaica until it switched to Kingston. There are parts of Kingston that are really bad. For example, I'll give you this story. I was walking downtown because I told you I'm trying to get my book published, so I'm moving from place to place. So I was walking. I'm getting my book published. It's being published in March. And as I was walking, I walked from somewhere down to Kingston Public Hospital. And while I was at Kingston Public Hospital, two things happened. One, a truck full of policemen with guns like this big, as long as my entire foot, like you call those guns AK-47s. A truck full of them pulled up to the hospital, which is crazy. You don't see armed policemen at a hospital, but that's the hospital I was at, which is like they need to defend and have police there just in case something happens at the hospital. Crazy. And then also I was about to walk past Kingston Public Hospital, and beyond Kingston Public Hospital there's a neighborhood called Tivoli, and I didn't realize that that's where Tivoli was. And then so one of the security guards asked me, "Hey, where are you going?" And I was like, "I'm going that way." And they were like, "No, you're not." No, you're not. No, you're not. You should call a taxi. And so then he stood with me until I called the taxi. so I didn't have to walk through that neighborhood. But yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, depending on which part of the city you're in, it gets quite dangerous. Has a few ghettos. Yeah, America also has ghettos. There are places in America that are much more dangerous than Jamaica. So, but yeah, what's the most dangerous region of Jamaica? You're from Scotland. Scotland is very cool. Never been to Scotland. If I get to Scotland, bro, can I call you? Would you give me a tour? I'd love if I have a friend in Scotland. I'll call you my friend in Scotland if that's okay. Do I have a friend in Scotland? You have a friend in Jamaica. You know me. I like this music. How many minutes are we at? Okay, we got what? 50 minutes left? 15, okay, cool. What time is it where you are? It's 9:30, it's 9:17 where I am. Keep the vibes going. It's good. Good vibes. I like this. I like when you guys are talking, getting active, because I feed off your energy, you know? You guys give me energy, I give you guys back energy. It's good. I like these lives. So do I have a friend in Scotland? Where'd he go? I think he left. I guess I don't have a friend in Scotland. That's okay. Oh, he was typing. Okay, hold on. Have you ever tried to go live with someone else on YouTube before? No. Never. You want to be the first? Let me see. Oh, I don't know how to do that. What's your favorite food? My favorite food? I have a few. How much time you got? I don't know how to go live with someone on YouTube, but if you can figure it out and tell me, that would be very cool. I would love to go live with someone else. I mean, I've gone live with people like with me, in person. I've gone live with a few friends, but I don't know how to add someone else like halfway across the world. That'd be very cool. My favorite food, yeah. My favorite food. Let me think. I love jerk chicken. Jerk chicken is great. Love jerk chicken. Oxtail. So oxtail is the tail of a cow, and it's fantastic. It's a giant cow, and it's the tail of that cow, so it's fantastic. Let me see what else. Let me think. My favorite food. I love Thai food. Thai food is awesome. I love empanadas from Colombia. I love coffee from Colombia as well. I love that. Oh, there's this one place in Brazil, in Floripa, that they have the nicest crepes you've ever had in your life. Oh, dude. Oh, it's homemade, and it's not a franchise. It's only in Floripa. Telling you, man, that's the best crepes in the world. Everybody says so. People come from Europe and America and all over, and they try that crepe. And I've traveled. That crepe is amazing. I miss that crepe so much. Oh my god. Top 3 favorite foods. Alligator tastes like chicken. Yeah, I've had alligator before. I've had bear meat. I've had deer meat. I've had guinea pig. What else have I had? I've had octopus. I've had some pretty weird stuff. Never had escargot, which is snails. Never had that. Never had ants, or like crickets. I've never had that. I had jerk chicken once when I was in London. I think I was there at Wembley to see Coldplay. Okay, cool. Coldplay. Yeah. Coldplay has a reputation now, don't they? There's good jerk chicken places in London though, because Jamaicans go to London. A lot of Jamaicans are in London. A lot of slang in London is actually from the UK. So, sorry, a lot of slang in the UK, London, or London, UK, is from Jamaica. Like in London, they say wagwan brother. That's Jamaica. You guys know that, right? That's definitely Jamaican. Wagwan brother. Have you ever tried dog meat? No, I haven't. I'm not opposed to it, but I've never tried it. I know that sounds weird because obviously Americans, the west side of the world is like very. Oh my God, it's a dog. Okay, fine, sure. But if you were on the other side of the world, they would say the same thing about cows. Oh my God, you can't kill a cow. In India, they don't serve beef. You can't kill cows. You can't eat cows. Right? So then, I understand it might be shocking. However, it's just because of how you grew up and your assumptions about the world. They're still animals. There's no difference between a dog and a horse and a cockroach. They're all the same. But you might disagree, which is okay. That's my opinion. I didn't know it was Jamaica. I would have a hard time, though, I will tell you, eating dog meat. That would be very difficult. I'm not saying I wouldn't, but it would be very, very difficult. Very, very difficult. Just because of how we grew up. Just like I suppose it would be very difficult for somebody from India to eat beef. Very, very difficult, I suppose. Yeah. But I've never tried it, so I could be just I could be talking in theory, and then when it actually happens, I'm like, no, I can't. I don't know. I didn't know it was Jamaican. Yeah, Wagwan, definitely Jamaican. Oh yeah. Do you watch soccer? First of all, that's how I know you're American. It's called football. It's called football, sir. Do you watch soccer? It's football. Do I watch football? Of course. Of course I watch football. Yeah, that slang is very much Jamaican. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with it. Adapting Jamaican culture is not something that we're opposed to, Like people have braids and people have Bantu knots. I think Adele did that one time. Well, it's not Jamaican, that's African. And Jamaicans are African descent. However, we like when people take and use and embrace and love our culture. Jamaicans love it. Like Obama, when he came to Jamaica during his administration, his first words, I think, if I remember correctly, were Wagwan Jamaica. Oh, the crowd went crazy. Wagwan Jamaica. That was his first words. We love that. Have you ever? Is there a reason you have a cane? To be interesting. Nah, I'm just kidding. It was my grandfather's cane, and this cane is 50 years old. It's more than 50 years old. It's older than me, and so I just have it because I like it. It reminds me how short life can be. This thing is older than me, and it probably will be here after I leave. So then don't waste a day. Okay, I won't go that deep, but it's fine. Messi or Ronaldo? Ooh, you're gonna hate my answer for this. Ronaldo. You're gonna hate my answer. It's Ronaldo. Ronaldo all day. CR7. I think I think he's the greatest player of all time. Messi is the best player of all time. The best. He's the best. But Cristiano Ronaldo is the greatest player of all time. I will not argue this point. He's the greatest. Okay, be back in a second while I Google it. Okay, I got you. Barcelona or Madrid? Madrid, for sure. Madrid is the greatest club of all time. We won the most UEFA clubs, the most celebrated club of all time. No, again, Barcelona is the best club. If you watch Barcelona play with Messi and Ronaldinho and this history, Iniesta, Piqué, oh man, it was fantastic to watch them. However, Real Madrid is still the greatest club of all time, by far. No other club has more trophies. It's not comparable. Real Madrid is the greatest club of all time. I respect your opinion. that's a great way to disagree. I'm guessing that I mean, most of the world loves Messi. And I've been to Argentina. Being a Cristiano Ronaldo fan in Argentina was very difficult. So I don't hold it against anybody. And I think, honestly, I will say this. I think Messi is a better player, skill-wise, than Cristiano Ronaldo. I will admit that. However, Cristiano Ronaldo is still the greatest. I mean, what Cristiano Ronaldo was able to do, who he was able to become, his work ethic, all of that stuff, it's amazing. He's the most shoo. You know what I'm saying? Shoo. When you do that, the celebration that CR7 has, shoo. That's greatness, man. The entire world, the entire stadium, shoo. That's awesome. Tennis players do that. Chess players get up and shoo. That's greatness to me, you know? Cristiano will forever have the hearts of people, and that's pretty cool. Kind of mad, not gonna lie. I respect that. Best trio of all time. Yeah, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar by far. Messi, Suarez, and Neymar. I mean, if we got to see Lamine play with Messi, Jesus, that would have been incredible. Because Messi got to play with Ronaldinho. This is what people don't realize. Messi got to play with Ronaldinho. That would have been incredible. Ronaldinho was my favorite player for a long time. Have you ever seen Ronaldinho play? It was magical. Ronaldinho was the first player that looked like he was having fun. You know, Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo, they don't look like they're having fun. Ronaldinho would go on the pitch and he would dance and he would smile when he made a mistake and he would score, and you know what I'm saying? Oh my God, he was amazing to watch. Truly a sportsman. He made the sport fun. Women love watching him too, who weren't even into the sport. They just liked watching Ronaldinho. I remember that. I remember that very clearly. Mbappe is better. Huh, that's funny. I won't comment on that. Would you ever go to Scotland? Of course, dude. Of course I'd go to Scotland. Oh, shoot, we're almost at an hour. All right, I'm going to stay live for like 5 more minutes. Messi glaze, love. Calling Neymar chopped is diabolical. Yeah, Neymar should have been the next Messi. So, from what we expected of Neymar kind of disappointed us. You know, so... I mean, I'll give you that. Neymar should have been so much that guy should have been. It just didn't happen. He got injured. He moved to Saudi Arabia. He played in the shadow of Messi. It just didn't work. But yeah, that was tough. Neymar is not the next king at all. He's past his prime. Lamine Yamal is the next king, because he's 19 and he's already a star. He's already won a World Cup. That's it's hard to beat that. What time is it in Jamaica? It is 9:30, and I'm about to go because I've been live for an hour. If you just joined us, that's crazy. Would you recommend going to lots of castles or try haggis? I don't know what haggis is. Oh, are you talking about Scotland? Tapas. Oh, okay. I don't know what haggis is, if I'm being honest. I don't want to lie to you. Sergio Ramos is a violent player. Yes, he is. but he's very funny. All right, people. I've been live for an hour. I wanted to cross the hour mark. Now it's an hour and 1 minute, so I think we made it. Now, if you were here from the beginning, I appreciate you tuning in. As always, I wanted to get to know you guys. I didn't have an agenda to talk about. I really just wanted to get to know you guys today. I realized that I have a few messy fans, which is crazy. But I'll let you guys go. But I will be. I'm glad I now have a Scotland friend, so that's very cool. I had like sheep intestines, haggis. Okay, cool. I will Google that. It is now 9:32 in Jamaica. You said it's 2 p.m. there. I got you. See you the next one, bro. I can do a collab stream. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna try to see if I can figure that out because that's a very cool idea, and I appreciate you giving me that idea. Thank you for tuning in, guys. I'm gonna go. I got some stuff to do today. As I told you, I have my book coming out. Make sure that you're subscribed. When I have my book coming out, my book comes out in 2 months, so I gotta go do some work on that. So, peace out. Hope you guys have a great day.